Guys, a lot of people have been onto me and they're saying, what's going on with Terence Bud Crawford? And I've said this a lot, that Terence Crawford now is at the stage of his career where we need to see Terence Crawford in major fights. We need to see Terence Crawford in there with the top competitors in world boxing. And unfortunately, he's on the other side of the fence, as what people like to say. You know, he's with Top Rank, and Top Rank don't have all the great welterweight fighters PBC do. But it's about time where we now, because of this pandemic and how slow boxing has been, and especially I think Eddie Hearn's fight, you know, his shows have been brilliant. Apart from that, in boxing, I think the shows have been terrible. No promotion, not great fights. To be honest, I don't even know. I'm here in England, and Frank Warren's shows have been, I don't even know who's fighting with Frank Warren's show. You know, the promotion is non-existent. Eddie Hearn's shows are doing well, and actually the fights have been terrific. Even in Top Rank in America, nothing great, nothing special. If DAZN, I don't even know if DAZN have had any fights. It's just been really slow, and promotion non-existent. We need to come back with some big fights. Now, there have been some big fights that have been announced. You know, Gervonta Davis will take on Leo Santa Cruz. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. There's some other big fights that, you know, that are going to happen. We need Terence Crawford, who is seen as one of the best fighters in the world, to fight a top guy. And I think it's about time where PBC and Top Rank come together and make Keith Thurman v Terence Crawford. We need that fight. It's as simple as that. We need that fight. We need that fight. You know, I think it's about time that fight comes to fruition. I think it's a great fight. I think it gives Terence Crawford an opportunity to show how good he is. It gives Keith Thurman an opportunity to show that he's still legit and he can beat a guy like Terence Crawford. Because, to be honest with you, if this fight was to happen when Keith Thurman was a unified champion, people would be saying this is a 50-50 fight. Who knows? People might even be edging towards Thurman, right? So, to me, this is a great fight. This is a great fight. I don't know who wins this fight. You know, a lot of Crawford fans come in and saying it's an easy fight. Well, let's see it then. Let's see it then. This would be a very hard fight. Keith Thurman's a very big puncher. He's a good boxer. This is not an easy fight for Terence Crawford. Keith Thurman's a big puncher and a decent boxer. So this isn't going to be easy for Terence Crawford if this fight was to come to fruition. As we saw Keith Thurman against Manny Pacquiao, that, you know, Keith Thurman definitely showed up in that fight and he did well. You know, Manny Pacquiao was just better. And to be honest, Manny Pacquiao didn't dominate the fight. You know, Keith Thurman had his moments in that fight. You know, if Keith Thurman didn't get knocked down, who knows? It may have been very closer than what it actually turned out to be. It could have been a draw. So, like I said, I think you know, that fight needs to be made for boxing, for the fact that I think, you know, we've got Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. You know, we don't know what Manny Pacquiao is doing. We need to see Terence Crawford in a major fight. And a fight with Ugas is a dangerous fight, but I don't think it's a major fight because Ugas doesn't have that kind of name. A fight between Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford is a major fight. It's I won't say a massive pay-per-view in America, but it's a decent sized pay-per-view fight. People would be very intrigued and interested. I know Crawford will be seen as the firm favourite, but I think people wouldn't be shocked if Thurman pulls off the upset. I think it's a great fight, and I think it's a fight and a matchup that needs to be made. We need to see more of these matchups now because of this pandemic, and I think boxing fans are frustrated and just bored with all this nonsense that happens in world boxing. We need to see good fights. We need to see terrific fights, and I think a fight between Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford brings a lot of hype. It brings a lot of hype, and I think it's a great fight. I think most importantly, the fans will be treated to a spectacular fight because although people laud Terence Crawford, I do think there's weaknesses there, and I do think someone like Keith Thurman could bring out those weaknesses. I think Keith Thurman's a top welterweight, and I don't think that's an easy fight for anyone, if I'm honest. So I think that's the fight I would like to see. What do you guys think? Do you think it's time for Terence Crawford and his team now to look to make a match with Keith Thurman? Is it time for Keith Thurman to jump in a major fight rather than having a tune-up or an easy fight because of the climate that we're in right now? Personally, make it happen. Keith Thurman v Terence Crawford. Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art,
I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page, and I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got two options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face. And I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.